Yes, greetings, ladies and gentlemen. How are you all doing? This is Lawyer Taj here, reaching you on the second session of day 38 of our 90, where we give you our daily dose of Aurum Foundation. Reaching you all the way from Tema in Ghana, showing you this opportunity and how it has changed life and how it is ready to change the life of anyone who is ready to change their lives. Want to thank you all for coming once again, seeing the house pack out full with people from all over the world. It's good to have you here once again. And also Mr. Gilead, it's good to have you here. Mr. Gilead Alawonke, you shop my 10,000 naira in the morning. You did not even say thank you and you went away. You did not even reply. Let's see you come and win another money. Yeah, I'm going to ask some questions, and some people are going to
Thank you
win.
very much, sir. I wrote thank you. I thanked you in the comment section, sir.
No, I was just joking, my brother.
Okay.
Right,
Okay,
good to
sir.
see you all on the call. We ain't gonna waste more time. I apologize for the lateness because I thought I was in Nigeria. I was looking at time. Oh, it's 7. Oh, 7. Oh, we're 1 hour behind. 8 o'clock in Nigeria. And then I have to rush down here to make sure that we do this call. So without wasting much time, I'm going to go straight on to sharing my screen and tell you what we have today. I hope we have all our prospects on the call. I hope we have people here who are ready to learn. I can see my brother Ngaji Victor. See your white chest. Why don't you show everybody? And show you. It shows your big chest. All right. So let's go on to, if you can see my screen, you know my favorite alphabet. Write it out on the chat box if you can see my screen so we can go on. Thank you, Alyssa Bright, aka Dewang. Thank you very much. Thank you, Gilead. Thank you, NK. NK on the call. NK on the beat. Alyssa Mex. Margaret, good to see you on the call. So I'm going to go straight on to sharing the presentation. And good for every one of us here. We have our testimonial, Mr. AKA Testimony, Mr. Testimony. Mr. Jacob Bones is right on here to handle his part of his testimony. He's going to tell us how he got to know about Aurum, what he has been doing, and how he got so convicted with Aurum and started doing videos. In fact, the first videos that I saw about Aurum was about a guy who said, "Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jacob Bones here." That's how I got to know who Jacob Bones was until I finally saw him. Never met him in person, but I know pretty soon. Jacob Bones, hopefully you'll be in the trip in July, yeah? Are you gonna be in the ship? Are you following us for the cruise? Slideshow from beginning. Right, so two things before we get started. Three things before we get started. I am your financial educator. I am not your financial advisor. I show you what I have done, all that I've used, and how I've taken part or taken advantage of this opportunity. Secondly, keep an open mind. Yes, you must have lost before. Yes, you must have gone through a lot in the online space. But yet again, in the same midst where there are fakes, there are originals. And thirdly, the diction that you're going to hear me speak today is particular about our profession. Just like there are dictions for different professions in the world of AI finance, there are certain dictions that you need to really understand. And you will hear me repeat it over time. Words like financial technology or fintech, words like ecosystem, words like fintech products, words like Binance, words like Aurum Foundation, words like decentralized. And so you have to know the exact meaning and why I keep saying it in order for you to compartmentalize it in your mind and know what we're talking about. Because the word like fintech is a short form for financial technology. And what is financial technology? Those technologies that have been created to help our finances. Simple. those technologies created to help our finances. Welcome to Aurum Foundation. This is the sign, the logo of the company Aurum. And now, Aurum is here to let us understand that AI is not just a trend anymore. The world of artificial intelligence has extended into the world of trading so much that we now have AI beating humans in regards to making profits in the market. And so AI in the world of finance has made a huge difference, so much that it's not just a trend anymore, but now a new level in the world of finance. So join me and listen a few to this video.
A new financial era is unfolding, powered by technology, driven by blockchain. Introducing Aurum, a smart AI-powered ecosystem built to create automated income on the blockchain. With automated AI trading bots, your capital works for you. No stress, no daily effort. Led by Brian Benson, former Binance director and fintech expert, affordable access, sustainable monthly returns, optional compounding, and real Visa card integration.
If you don't earn while you sleep, you'll work forever. Start where you are. Take action today.
If you don't earn while you sleep, you will work forever. The lady was just being tolerable without using the word death or die, because no one works forever. And that's why we must learn to send our money on errand. If you're afraid to lose money, then unfortunately you cannot be rich or wealthy. I have never known a wealthy man that has never lost money. In the same vein, I have never known a poor man who has ever made money. Why? Because they continuously leap over opportunities. And so, we want to officially introduce you to Aurum Foundation, a fintech company in the sector called Artificial Intelligence Finance. And so, what is Aurum? Like I said, we'll be using dictions that we'll continuously use so that you tend to understand that the right words to use. Aurum is a decentralized fintech company dedicated to the development of innovative crypto products, an AI-powered algorithm that redefine how users manage and grow their digital assets. If you want to understand that we're in the world of digital finance today, ask yourself, when last did I go to the bank? But yet I do transactions every now and then, right from your phone. If you want to ask yourself how the world has changed, monies have seeped into different industries that even you don't know the name or you don't understand. Like words like tokenization is now $1 trillion business, cryptocurrency, the crypto market, and whatnot. And so we are already in the world of digital finance or crypto finance. And one of such companies that made it clear to me that the world has changed is a company called Binance. I started using Binance in 2019, and through Binance, I got to know that the world of cryptocurrency is already a market worth trillions of dollars. Binance taught me that I could hold coins, that I could buy and sell different cryptos, that I could trade, that I could P2P, that I could stake, and whatsoever. And so I'll give you a little story about Binance when it started in 2017. In 2017, the world yet did not want to know anything about crypto. In fact, the whole world thought Bitcoin was a scam. The government did not help matters. They called it a fraud, and anybody who was promoting anything crypto was seen as a fraudster. We suffered all this fate from 2017, 2018, because we believed that the world was going digital, and so our money will be digital. But then a lot of people didn't have much faith in what we know as cryptocurrency, blockchain technology, or Bitcoin. And so when Binance began in 2017, it started with just 3 fintech products. 1, the Binance Exchange. 2, Binance Staking. And 3, the Binance Tokens. In order to raise investors, Binance had to sell its tokens at 50 cents each. And at the end of the day, they were able to raise $12 million. My co-host, please let me add the people on the call so I don't get distracted. And so they were able to raise $12 million. And with $12 million, Binance delved deep into the world of crypto finance. One mistake that everybody makes, or nearly everybody makes, is this. If someone asks you, what is Binance? I'll basically say Binance is an exchange. It's wrong. Because the exchange is a fintech product of the fintech company Binance. And so if you're asked, what is Binance? Binance is simply a fintech company that has created different fintech products which users can use to manage, grow their wealth or digital assets. And so today, Binance expanded into different financial services. Today, 9 years later, Binance is booming, worth over $100 billion. Binance today has over 300 million users and over 20 million users on a daily basis. I have used Binance today. I have paid their fee. I've done my transaction. I've earned. And that's the beauty of Binance. Imagine earning $1 out of 20 million people on a daily basis. That's $20 million. That's to show you how this company has grown in leaps and bounds. In the same way, Aurum Foundation, being a fintech company, started this year, January, with 14 products. And now it's beginning to expand. So the opportunity we have with Aurum Foundation today is the same opportunity that people had with Binance in 2017 when it began. And a lot of people slept on it. And that's why we're here, to let you know that this is an opportunity that can change your life. Now, in order to understand what Aurum means, is simply to look at its ecosystem, what makes up the company Aurum Foundation. So because Aurum has a public exchange, does not make Aurum an exchange. Because Aurum has a neobank, does not make Aurum a bank. Because Aurum has artificial intelligences over for trading, does not make it a trading company. Aurum is a fintech company with different fintech products in its ecosystem that improves the finances of its users just by usability. It means that just by using the products of this company, its users have an opportunity to manage and grow their digital asset. The company itself earns commission from the usability of these products. And just by my right-hand side, you see Aurum enters the top crypto companies to invest in 2026. If you type these words into the internet, you're going to see the article that explains how Aurum is now one of the most sought-after companies in the world today. Anytime I see this screen, I have a great peace of mind. I have a great sigh of relief. Why? Because we have invested in different companies before. Some of these companies had no product, only ideology. The highest of it had one product, and we so much believed in it. But over time, any problem that happens to that product, the company crashes. But here, guys, we have a company, a fintech company with over 16 products that falls into different categories, ranging from AI and automation to financial infrastructure, to payment system, to real-world assets, to blockchain and core assets. If we have to look at each and every product one by one, it's going to take a whole lot of time. But then I'm going to juxtapose these products and tell you what it means financially for you. The Aurum Zeus AI bot trades on cryptocurrencies based on market analysis and increases the quantity of your cryptocurrency. The Aurum Zeus bot can earn for you between 10 to 15% of your crypto. The Aurum XAI bot is the flagship product of the company. Flagship being that this is the product that you come in with before all other products are open for you to earn. The Aurum XAI bot does between 16 to 18% on a monthly basis. The Aurum XAI Pro bot earns for you between 7 to 12% in the month. And also the Aurum Nero, which is the latest AI that this company has created, does a whooping 30 to 32% monthly in profits for you. In regards to the world of financial infrastructure, Aurum has an exchange, just like Binance. So I want to ask a question now. Who can tell me the fintech product that blew Binance out of the waters? Who can tell me the fintech product that made Binance a multi-billion-dollar company? I'm going to look at the chart to see those who understand. Yes, everybody don't rush. The exchange. Now this one, my brother to shop my money this morning. Yes, of course. It is the exchange. And the exchange has made a whole lot of difference in the life of the company Binance. Sorry, I need to make Jacob Boehms a co-host. The exchange has been one of the greatest products of the company, and thus has made the company worth over $1 billion. And you will see why our exchange, we are not taking it for granted in Aurum Foundation. Besides the exchange, we have the neobank. Aurum, of course, has a neobank. This neobank is ready for the global crypto economy because it banks also in cryptocurrencies. The Aurum staking is live in the exchange. We also have the Aurum flash loans, giving you the opportunity to buy these tokens at cheaper value at 50 cents today and put it up in loans and licenses for the next 2-3 years. And only God knows how much the Aurum token will be by then. That is a wonderful wealth creation opportunity right there. The Aurum cards, so talking of the Visa card and MasterCard that is issued to you, both physical and virtual card. Payment system ranging from the Aurum ATM machines and the POS. And so when this company continues to expand, it's going to have these ATM machines just by the corner. And this POS can be handed out to small and medium scale enterprises to do business. Because for those of us who use the Aurum card in Nigeria, you very well know that you cannot go to the roadside money point and OPay and PalmPay to withdraw money. Why? Because most of those POS are limited to local banks. But imagine Aurum being in your country with the ATM, dishing out these POS machines so that the average person can earn more money by being able to carry out transactions right there. Crypto transactions based on the product of the POS. In regards to reward asset, you have the opportunity to earn real gold in this company. And not only that, you have the opportunity to have real estate. You are a foreign landlord with the help of tokenization in the reward asset. We also have blockchain and core assets in relation to the Aurum tokens. Remember the Binance token? That token today is hovering around $600 plus. Token which was sold at 50 cents. That token rose up to $1,010. Today at 600 and something dollars, you would agree with me that those who put their 500, 1,000 into buying these tokens do not need to work anymore. Why? Because they are already multi-millionaires. And so, guys, we've just briefly talked about the 16 different products of this company. We're going to delve more into your understanding how the ecosystem works. Because from all what we have said, you can see that different services range in the Aurum ecosystem, ranging from the digital wallets, to payment cards, to financial education, technology-assisted tools, transfers, trading, exchange, and global payments. And you know what? There are so many utilities open for you and I to use that can actually earn us money. Some members choose to use the wallets. Some choose to use the cards. Some choose to focus on the AI trading and have their money spread in the 4 different AI and earn even while they sleep. Some focus on team building in order to raise passive or residual income, while others focus on growing their cryptocurrencies in order to earn more and to experience their own personal bull run. Now, if you're in a company and you do not know the vision of the company, then you're in the wrong company, because the vision of Aurum Foundation is to create 1,000 new millionaires from the Aurum ecosystem by simply using the fintech products of the company Aurum. I'll take it again. The vision of Aurum is to create 1,000 new millionaires from the ecosystem by simply using the fintech products of Aurum. And so the next video you're going to watch is about the man called Brian Benson, who's the CEO of Aurum with over 27 years of experience in the Internet of Things, ranging from Web3 to trading to cryptocurrency to blockchain technology and the likes. This man worked for Binance for good years before he came to create his own company. We're going to hear from him right away, talking about the vision of Aurum Foundation.
We're on a mission to create 1,000 millionaires that don't have $1 million today. So if we can come up with a system whereby there's hundreds of thousands of people in there, but 1,000 of these people turn into millionaires, then those assets are inside of our platform. That turns us into a unicorn right away. And so that's really the goal that I have as an executive at the company, is how do we get people that don't have $1 million today to get them to $1 million through saving, through yield-bearing assets, through a lot, compounding interest, through a lot of these things that have been around for a long time, but that not everyone in the world uses. And these are tools that are super important to get us there. So that's how we're measuring it internally, is if we can get to the point where we have 1,000 people that have become millionaires through our system and through working with our products, then that gets us really close to the unicorn valuation. And yeah, we want to be a fintech unicorn. I think Binance was the fastest fintech unicorn ever in the history. Yeah. I think it took less than 6 months. We used to have a slide about that in our pitch deck. So I'm pretty sure I've done this before. I've been involved in one of the fastest growing fintech unicorns in the world. And I think what we have at Aurum is actually very similar to when I started at Binance.
You can hear from the man, he has done this before with Binance. And here's a man who's experienced. It's not new to him. He has been in this industry. And with the fact that he has been there with Binance, you cannot talk about the success story of Binance without talking of the likes of Brian Benson, who worked as a director for the company for years and created massive liquidity for the company from Latin America. And so the man has told you that what they've done, what we have with Aurum is mostly like what we had in Binance, but only that what is in Aurum is 3 times, 4 times larger than how Binance began. And so when I first heard about the company Aurum Foundation, I went online and mistakenly started researching about Aurum, or Aurum bots, or Aurum this and that. And I saw a lot of information saying Brian Benson is not real, he's fake, he's AI, he never worked for the company, and this and that. And that's why when I met the man for the first time, I took pictures to show people that yes, Brian Benson is real, he exists, and he's a near genius. This was myself and Brian Benson in January of this year when the company was officially launched. One is officially a multi-millionaire. One is trying to be a millionaire, but you can never tell from the looks, because Brian Benson, he's always wearing something about Aurum, passionate about his business, and ready to speak with you at any day, anytime in regards to Aurum Foundation. We do not have a one-man show. We do not have just one CEO. In fact, this is the first company I have dealt with that have more than one CEO. We have 2 CEOs in Aurum Foundation. One who's in charge of the general runnings of the company, and one who's basically in charge of the Aurum Exchange. Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to Mr. Leonardo Galindez, who's also a worker with Binance for over the years, helped them open up industries in South America. And guess what? He has scaled crypto infrastructure for over 300,000 users. He owns his own exchange, but has decided to work with Aurum in order to make our exchange like nothing ever seen before. Besides Leonardo Galindez, co-host, please let me add the people on the call as the notification always come up on my screen. Aurum welcomes new specialists across exchange infrastructure, venture capital, and network development. So now the global team is not only Leonardo Galindez and Brian Benson. We also have the likes of Shane Moran, who's the Chief Network Development Officer, Nicholas Kelland, Brent Folfer, and Tobias Bauer. If you are an old network marketer, you will know the company OrganoGold. Holton Boggs and Shane Moran were the two people who floated that company and raised it to $1 billion company. Today, he works with Aurum, the Chief Network Development Officer. In fact, we just finished a Zoom with him some few hours ago, helping us, encouraging us on how to grow our network. Nicholas Kellan, Brent Folfer, and Tobias Bauer are the VC relationship advisor. VC here means venture capitalists. So who are venture capitalists? These are those companies that already have billions of dollars who are looking for technology that they can invest in, that they can actually own for maximum profits. So guys, we have venture capitalists in Aurum Foundation who have invested millions of dollars. And so when it comes to your time, if you want to invest, do not hold back. Be ready to go all in because yes, this company is changing lives. We also have a new COO, the Chief Operating Officer of Aurum is Mr. Andrew Isaacs or Mr. AI. He has over 18 years in investment banking, has executed over $23 billion in transactions. 23 billion. Can you change it to Naira? 23 billion times 1,300. I'm sure your calculator will not be able to give you a figure, you know. And this is 2 billion in digital asset deals. I had to take a picture with him and put it on here because some people also, when you go online, they tell you Mr. Andrew Isaacs is AI. It's not real. Once again, he's real, flesh and blood. I've met him before. And this was a picture we took in the Maldives. So we're going to delve into just talking a little bit about these products, as I said earlier. The Aurum XAI bot, the flagship product of the company, launched in the first quarter of 2023, in January of 2023. And ever since then, the XAI bot has done over 641.3% in profits since 2023. So if you had $1,000 in here since 2023, your 1,000 would have been $641,300 today. If you had $100 in here, that would have been $64,130 today. And so this opportunity is made possible with Aurum Foundation having the AI that trades for you. So we must learn to send our money on errands so that it earns more for us. The AI was made very cheap and affordable, that with a cent less, $19.99, you can have the artificial intelligence trade for you for 365 days. And once you have the AI trading for you, that's just one of the advantages that it gives you, because you have full access to all Aurum products and services. You can also participate in a marketing plan that maximizes your earning potential. You can join a community of ambitious, like-minded individuals and also gain access to official training, events, and educational programs. And so when we say events with this company, if you love to travel, you can travel all over the world. Because I'm just officially 7 months in this company yesterday and have been to 3 different countries because of Aurum Foundation, from Phuket, Thailand, to Dubai, the UAE, and to the Maldives, Southeast Asia. And yes, in July, Somewhere is loading in and around Turkey, but we'll get there. So this is just to let you know that if you're one who loves to travel, who have bucket lists of places that you like to visit, then join Aurum. They will take you along for all these trips, and as you continue to grow your trip, as you continue to grow your team, you will be going on an all expense paid trip, paid, of course, by the company Aurum Foundation. Just $20 you need for the bot to trade for you for 365 days, and at least $100 to get started. So with $120, you are well on your wealth journey towards financial freedom with Aurum Foundation. Because whether you come in with $100 up to $249, you will be able to earn 10.4% on a monthly basis. If you, however, come in with a $5,000 contract and say, you know what, Taj, I love what I'm hearing. This is a company for the first time. I've seen the company have multiple products. So, of course, there's nothing to fear. Because if all these products are working very well, then no wahala, unlike all the businesses you have invested in before, where these companies did not have any products. Some just had only one product, of which anything happened, you just hear that the company has crashed. But here, Taj, I don't have any fear like that. So I'm coming in with $5,000. He's going to earn 13.99%. As much as those who come in with $50,000, you're going to earn 16.62%. Remember that this bot does between 16 to 18% per month. So if you come in with $100 and you're earning 10.4%, the balance of the profits made by the company will go directly back to the XAI bots. If you come in with a $5,000 contract, you're earning 13.99%. So the balance of the percentage goes to the company, and so on and so forth. And so this next graph is just to show you and understand how much you can earn on a monthly basis if you choose to withdraw on a monthly basis from the company. Let's look at the $200, $5,000, and the $25,000 contract. The $200 contract, you can see it shows here capital, and then it shows here percent, what it's trying to earn monthly, the amount of money in dollars on a monthly basis, the Naira value of it, and how long you become risk-free in. And so, with a $200 contract you come in with, you earn 10.4%, which amounts to $20.80. In Naira, that's about 31,200. And in 9 months and 6 weeks, you become risk-free. That means that you have earned 2 times the value of your capital here, which in this matter is $400. When you come in with a $5,000 contract, you're earning 13.9%, which amounts to $695, and it's $1 million plus in Naira. And in 7 months and 2 weeks, you become risk-free. If, however, you come in with a $25,000 contract, you're going to earn 15.7%, which amounts to $3,925. And not only that, that's over 5.8 million Naira earned every month. You continue to earn this every month for the next 12 months before your contract ends. And guess what? In 6 months, 6.4 months, you are risk-free. In fact, when you put in the power of compounding into these figures, you'll be shocked that with the higher values, it takes a shorter time for you to become risk-free. 4 things you can notice here: that all these monies you see, all these earnings are coming to you without you telling a soul. Aurum Foundation is a financial investment company. It's a company where your money basically works for you. Another thing you can see here is this graph is calculated based on simple interest, based on the fact that you are withdrawing on a monthly basis. Thirdly, you can see that the higher capital you come in with, the more you earn. And also, the higher capital you come in with, the quicker it is for you to be risk-free. And that's why we talked about the world of compounding. All you see here has nothing to do with compounding. But yet again, let us see what that concept can do, because remember the words of Brian Benson: yield-bearing asset, savings, compounding, all these in one. make up the ability for you to actually become a millionaire in the system by using the products of the company. And so the next slide you're going to see is how the power of compounding has made a whole lot of difference. So Alhaji Ibrahim came to me and said, you know what, Taj, my son is in secondary school. I want him to have the best university education. So I'm going to put in $500 now for him. Let's calculate how much that will be for 5 years. And so with the help of the profit calculator, we're able to calculate his potential earnings by investing in the XAI bot. So $500 put in there for 5 years, compounding on. That means it's not withdrawing anything. It's going to give you a whooping $3.4 million. Alhaji Ibrahim was shocked. Me too. I was flabbergasted. We say, wow, with just $500 in 5 years, you can become a multimillionaire. Yet again, some doubters, some doubting Thomases will say, Taj, 500 is not bad to come in, but 5 years. Are you sure this company is going to be here for the next 5 years? My simple answers to you is this, fourfold. One, if Binance with just 3 fintech products was able to scale through the market at the most difficult of times and still become a multi-billion-dollar company, what would you say about Aurum Foundation, a fintech product, a fintech company that has over 16 different products as we speak? If Binance with 3 products could not crash, how would you ever think that a company with 16 products will ever crash? The same people who made that same Binance successful are the people who are behind the same company, Aurum Foundation. And studies have shown that when a company has a game plan set for a term of years, they tend to follow it to the letter, just the way Aurum Foundation already has its game plan set for a term of years for the next from now to 2035. And they have been following this game plan for the past 3 years. As we go on, we're going to show you the video where you can see for yourself, take notes of what this company plans to be from now to 2035. And so if a company has a game plan from now to 2035, why would you be afraid to invest for 3 years, 4 years, or even 5 years? The answer is good as you already know it. Next, we're going to see is the Aurum card, the Visa card and the MasterCard. And so I'm going to tell you a little story about myself. I am called the Paul of Aurum because I was the Saul of Aurum before. Oh my God. And so I was told about Aurum in July of last year. And immediately after the teaching, I said, let me go and do my research. The mistake I did was checking for Aurum. And so just by the name Aurum, which has been bastardized by scammers, Ponzi artists all over the years, I saw so many nonsense. Brian Benson is not real. He never worked for Binance, this and that, the AIs, this, too many stories. I packed up all the stories, went back to my team and told them, do not invest in Aurum. That company will not even last till the December of 2025. So if you know yourself, don't invest. Many of them said, yes, Lawyer Taj, coach, we will not. Don't worry, we're with you. Some pass my back, go still invest. No, so human being hard normally, sha. Hard pass all the elephant and all the lions. Human being hard. They went behind me and they invested. And so July passed, August, September. In October, a company was coming to open up in Nigeria, and they did an all-expense paid trip for me and some other top network marketers like Mr. AY to Phuket to Pattaya in Thailand. While I was in Thailand, I got a call from my good friend Lee O'Shea, who said, Taj, I hear you have been castigating this company. I'm almost financially free. I'm inviting you to come see me in Phuket. Don't worry. All expense paid trip. I'm going to take care of everything. Just come. At least you haven't even seen me before. And I said, okay, what is there to lose? Let me go and see about this so-called Aurum. And that was me with Lee O'Shea, seeing him for the first time in Phuket, in Thailand, having dinner with his lovely family. He took me to the hotel and paid for 5 days. After paying, he showed me this card and gave it to me and said, Taj, do you know what this is? I looked at the card. I saw Visa, Aurum Infinity. I said, wait, Lee, are you telling me that this company has a card that you can load your money online into it and spend offline? He said, yes. And guess what? This card is denominated in USDT. Have you ever heard of it? With USDT in your card, you can go anywhere in the world and spend fiat. You can pay for your groceries. You can withdraw money. If you're in the UK, it's going to bring out pounds. If you're in the US, it's going to bring out dollars. Even if you are in Nigeria, it's going to bring out naira. And I was like, wow. At that point, it dawned on me that I've been foolish for the past months. Because if only I had known or understood or took my mind to really learn, to know, it was already clear to me that Visa card or MasterCard will never, ever have anything to do with an MLM, network marketing, product-based kind of business, because they will do their due diligence. And of course, you must have high liquidity. And so, for Aurum to be able to secure such a deal with Visa and MasterCard, it was clear to me that the company was 100% legit. And holding this card, I said the silent prayer. God, this October 17th, I'm about to take a decision to run with Aurum Foundation. Let it be the greatest decision I have ever made. And guys, October 17, 2025, I signed up for Aurum Foundation. The rest, they say, is history, because today we can vacation anywhere in the world, spend money from the card, get paid every day, and still reach out to touch lives. And so in January 17th, when we went for the launching of this company, I officially got my own Aurum Visa and MasterCard. And guess what? It was not just one card, it was a virtual card and a physical card. Thank you, Aurum Foundation. And so on my way back to Africa, I decided to stop over in Accra, Ghana, to spend a couple of days. And so decided to use the card on there. So here's a short clip that shows me using the card at the Kotoka International Airport in Accra, Ghana. Okay, so I'm in Ghana now. I want to use my Visa card, Aurum Visa card. It's gonna go touch. Okay. I just put my pin in and it's approved. You see, live card here in Ghana. Worked one time. You see, Aurum is wonderful. Aurum is awesome. Aurum is awesome. And so that's how, as soon as I got back to Nigeria, having cleared the board, having cleared and took up my luggages, I ran to the nearest ATM to use my Aurum card. So I want to try the Aurum card on the Nigerian machine. Do you want the receipt? No. And then £10. Full charge from the machine. So yes. Transaction in progress. Going. Live. Right here in Nigeria. Got the Aurum card. Okay, do you want a transaction next? I said no. So give me my card. No. So, live and direct. And that is how I used the card. And it was like the dream of Lee O'Shea actually came true. Because from then till now, I've been using the card every day. Pay for groceries, pay for stuff, travel. I've used the card in 4 different countries, and it has been awesome. I noticed that I didn't even need to put many money in my account anymore. So when it comes to the world of taxation, I have no money. What money do I need to be taxed? What account are they going to tax the money from? Guys, it is a game changer. Aurum does not just have digital products, they have physical products that you can use and see for yourself. And just some months ago, the company announced strategic gold partnership with Sierra Leone. In regards to gold, if you have watched the movie Blood Diamond, you will understand how Sierra Leone is in regards to gold. There are a lot of people who go there, good and bad intentions to get gold, ready to kill and plunder, and countries who are ready to do so much in order to get their hands on that gold. And so, Sierra Leone has approached the Aurum Foundation to say, listen, with your reward asset system, create a gold tokenization partnership program where they can have a blockchain on all the goals that we have and all the ones that will be gotten out, that will be mined, to be part of what you are doing. To show you how important that is, $15 million has been contributed by EcoBank to fund the supporting the expansion of gold tokenization infrastructure in Sierra Leone. We now have access to have real gold, 22 to 24 karat gold, direct access to mining partners, and the tokenized gold system. And so, guys, what you see here is simple, just a simple way that we can see this. Did EcoBank not do its due diligence before investing $15 million in Aurum Foundation? Do you think the country, Sierra Leone, did not do their due diligence? Or do you think they went online to check about Aurum? No, they did real due diligence. And guess what? To show you that we are here for the long haul, this is not a program. This is not a tokenization arrangement that's going to end in 1 year or 2 years or 3 years or even 10 years. Because guess what? As more of these goals are mined and put on the blockchain, this business continues to grow because more investors will be ready to buy into this gold and acquire it over time. Because how will it work? Half of your investment will be put into buying the gold and keeping for 12 months, while the other half will be used to trade for you. So at the end of the contract term, investors may choose to redeem their allocation of gold in Dubai or receive tokenized gold within the Aurum ecosystem. Guys, what is more awesome than this? We are no more talking of some online business. We're talking of something that can fetch you real life physical products, guys. And so, Aurum has created another office called the Chief of African Relations and appointed Bokari Kaloko to be the head of it. He's the ex-deputy finance minister for Sierra Leone. He's the CEO of Clink Mining, which is a mining company in Sierra Leone. And he has over 25 years of experience in finance and banking. Guys, this goes a long way to show you that yes, this company knows what they're doing so much that they have a chief of African relations, not a chief of Asia relations, not a chief of Antarctica relations, but chief of Africa, telling you how rich we are in regards to mineral deposits and how much these mineral deposits can, of course, be tokenized. Nick Patel, he's a real-world asset relationships advisor, having over 25 years of experience in global finance. The CEO of the Bank of Bullion, which is a bank that stores gold, and a gold trading and real-world asset expert. You can see that for every different product that this company has, it has created professional that mans it so much that everybody is on its A game. And guess what? Just while we were in Maldives, it was announced to us that this company now has real estate in Bali, Indonesia. Hectares of land that have been bought, that have been cut out for real estate, for estate building of houses over 300 units, and also to create a reserve, a resort, which is under which is under manufacturing as we speak. I would not be surprised that by October, we all will be making a trip to Bali, Indonesia, to see how this is going to work. And so you and I have the opportunity with our $100, 200, 500 to be part owners or co-owners of this piece of real estate in Bali, Indonesia. And yes, again, the Aurum Exchange is officially launched and live. So if you have not started using it, go and verify, go and use the Aurum Exchange. It's called www.aurum.trading. And also the Aurum staking is already live on there. You can go there and see how it works. Put in your cryptos to be staked and earn percentages every day in regards to the staking, because every crypto has its percentage that you can stake and you can earn. Yes, I spoke about the next trip, which is going to be in a cruise ship off the coast of Turkey for 4 days from the 16th to the 19th of July 2026. And so, to be a part of this is simply to take advantage of what the company has to offer. Invest your money and have a great time, create wonderful friendships all over the world with like-minded individuals. The company has gone into a phase of expansion and licensing, and that's why you can see now that this company is so much into licensing that they have officially gotten the Canadian license, and that has given Aurum a full Canadian license, marking a major legal milestone in the company's international expansion. And so Aurum is fully registered now in British Columbia. Offices will be opened by this month in North Vancouver. And then what did I tell you? We are into this next phase, which is licensing to full expansion. As we speak, the company is undergoing licensing in Australia, in Switzerland, and even in the USA. And so imagine when those markets open, it will be awesome for everyone to be part of it. And that's why you need to focus on building your Aurum Foundation investment. The three horsemen, Hamed Zen, co-founder and marketing director of Aurum Foundation, Mr. AI Andrew Isaac, the CEO, and Shane Moran. These are the three people who launched the latest product of the company, Nero AI, to us some weeks ago. And that AI has been great. In fact, what that AI has done in such a short time is nothing short of amazing. And so, who is this business for? Who's eligible to do this business? We're going to watch a short clip here with Brian Benson and my good friend John Bone, who's a leader of Aurum in the UK, who has now gained financial freedom through this company. He marked 1 year already in Aurum in April and has been able to retire his wife from working for the government, and she or they now travel all around the world, earning money, spreading the gospel of financial education, and living a great life. So listen to when he asked our CEO, who is this business for, and what the CEO replied.
Okay, hi guys, I'm here with Mr. Brian Benson, CEO of Aurum. We're here in Victoria, a lovely hotel. Brian's flown in just for a few hours just to meet some of the leadership team. So I guess I've got one very quick question, because I know you've got people waiting for you, Brian. I'm a guy that wants to share this project with the everyday man and woman, okay? So the students, the tradesmen and women, the retirees. Why is it that this project is something that those sort of folks should look at?
Well, I think that's a great question, and I think it's a very simple answer. Up until the most recent sort of decade or the last few years, the financial system has been sort of rigged towards the big guy, right? And in banks, for example, they take in $1,000, they loan out $12,000, they keep all the money. And I think what Aurum is doing is putting that on its head, where we're bringing technology that people can use to make their lives better, but also they can use it to grow a business or to refer their friends to it, right? And so what we're doing is we're sharing the commissions that the banks usually keep for the executives across the entire network. And that's really beneficial to the tradespeople, to the people that have a small amount of money to invest, because they're able to not only get a strong investment here where a lot of the rewards are coming directly back to them, but they're also able to refer their friends and family or other people and make a commission off of that. So I think it's twofold. I think it's one is we're passing as much as we can on to the community, and secondly, we're giving an opportunity to people with very little investment to have some sort of business that can work for them. So.
And give them great hope for the future in
Right.
what is becoming a very crazy world out there. So listen, I won't keep you any longer.
Thanks, Ryan.
Thank you, Brian. Look forward to seeing you in Dubai.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Same here.
You can hear live and direct from the CEO. The young, the old, the retirees, the trade person, the trade man, the tradeswoman. Everyone can be part of Aurum Foundation. Because it's a business that is open for every Tom, Dick, and Harry to be part of and see their lives change. Well, the company is poised to become the #1 in the world of AI finance. And that's why we're here today. You can check out the results for January. 16.85%. Trading pool was 77,144,000. So trading pool means that when you join Aurum, the monies that you invest, the $500, the $1,000, the $100, will be put up in the trading pool and the AI trades with it. January 16.85, which is over $11 million. February 16.96, over $13 million. You can see the trading pool has increased in value to 19 million plus. March 17.02, amounting to over 15 million. Trading pool has increased to 105 million. April 17.15, over $18 million and 123 million plus now in the trading pool. So let's do a little math without even adding the world of compounding. Yeah. January was 16, February 16, March 17.02, April 17.15. When you add all these figures together, that's going to give you 67.98. Guess what? If you had $1,000 here in January, that would have been $1,600 and something today. If you had 10,000 here, that surely would have doubled in value in just this 4 months. Will your bank give you this kind of profits? The answer is no, because your bank actually is looking for opportunities like this to put in your money and have it grow. So what are you waiting for? Do you want to still be receiving bank charges, bank fees, SMS, and all that? Meanwhile, you can have your money working for you? The answer is left for you to say. And so at this point in time, I want to call on my co-host, Mr. Sylvester Wankbe, to handle this part of the presentation. I want to see if Mr. Sly is here. Where's lovely Mamodu? Mrs. Lovely Mamodu, are you online? Are you ready to go? Because I don't see Mr. Sly here at all.
Hey, good evening, Leonard.
Yes, over to you. Save the day.
Good evening. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Leonard. Good evening, everyone. Trust we had a good day today at work. So I'll be taking us through very briefly some of the most frequently asked questions about Aurum. And so please feel free to drop your questions in the chat box or ask after the session if they were not covered, right? And so the first question says, what makes Aurum different and why does it stand out? So Aurum is different for me in several ways, right? Aurum is different because it's able to combine structure, leadership, technology, and real usability. Aurum isn't just an AI bot. It's actually more, it goes beyond that. It's a full ecosystem. Aurum Foundation has strong leadership. It has AI-powered automation. There's a Visa card where you can put in your earnings. We have multiple earning streams, right? And then this is also affordable. With just $120, you are up and running. And we have the advantage of early positioning with our membership globally being at over 170,000 at the moment. And so, yes, Aurum isn't hype. It's structure, utility, and opportunities all put together. The next says is Aurum a Ponzi scheme or a structured fintech system. So with Ponzi scheme, we know what basically entails, where money moves from new members to pay off old members. Again, usually there are no real product or service with Ponzi schemes, and then the existence largely depends on recruiting more people. Now, I want to juxtapose that with the structured fintech ecosystem like Aurum Foundation that has AI-powered trading tools, exchange infrastructure, the digital banking solutions, staking mechanisms, and even real payment utilities. We'll clearly see that there is a wide gap. The difference is clear. Because while Ponzi scheme relies on recruitment for survival, the Aurum Foundation is built around real utility and the functional ecosystem. Now, who is behind Aurum? Leadership and credibility of a company, you would agree with me, cannot be overemphasized, especially when it comes to making investment decisions, right? And so Aurum Foundation, like we already heard, is led by Brian Benson, who is a Web3 and finance professional with decades of experience in both digital assets and traditional finance. He previously served as director at Binance for Latin America and has represented Aurum on various platforms, global platforms, engaging with key players in the blockchain ecosystem. And so we must know that Aurum is not built around just Brian Benson. He's supported by a strong leadership team, as already discussed by Lawyer Taj, right? Which clearly shows us that Aurum is a company that is built with structured leadership, strong partnerships, and a clear direction for the future. Now, moving on to regulation. The question about regulation is under what framework does Aurum operate? So Aurum Foundation operates within the Web3 and digital asset space, which we all know is still evolving, but in recent times is increasingly becoming recognized globally. And so this is clearly different from the traditional finance that we are all used to, and so it will interest us to know that Aurum Foundation is registered and has presence in Poland, in Hong Kong, and in Dubai. And these cities are major leading jurisdictions known for blockchain innovation, right? Operating in line with the applicable compliance standards. And guess what? This has been announced at the last leadership event. Aurum Foundation now has the Canadian license and registration has also been gotten. Offices will be opened this month if it's not already been opened. Taji, help me confirm that. And so the target for the year is also to get into the US. So you see, these guys are not joking with, growing involvement from the government and the financial institutions, like we heard a while ago, especially in the areas of the real world asset tokenization. It goes without saying that the space is becoming more structured and credible. And so Aurum's focus here is to operate responsibly within this evolving space, while positioning itself as the leader in the AI, fintech, and digital finance space. The next slide, please. Can I withdraw my capital is the next question. I'm sure a lot of us would want to get clarification on that. Yes, and how does the withdrawal process work? Yes, you can withdraw your capital, but we need to understand that the Aurum ecosystem has several products, over 14 of them. And then the withdrawal conditions vary depending on the specific product we are running with. And so for the XAI bot, which is the flagship product of the company, a 12-month cycle usually applies for our trading capital, meaning that the amount deposited in the system is deployed in active trading for you. And so accessing it becomes possible after 12 months. But then, can you have an early exit? Yes, you can, but this is done on specific days of the month, on the 1st, on the 10th, and on the 20th of every month, right? But bear in mind that a 35% penalty would be charged for premature liquidation. as we all know, it's global practice where you go into a contract for a certain period of time and then you come into, renege on that contract. Penalties will usually apply. It happens with our banks and fund management, companies and all of that. So it's global practice. But for your profits, you can actually withdraw that at any time, multiple times in a day, round the clock, 365 days a year. But for the Zeus bot and the XAI bot, there is no locking down period. You can deposit today and even choose to withdraw tomorrow. For the payment processing time, this typically takes between 24 to 72 hours, depending on the blockchain confirmations. And then your minimum withdrawal amount is 25 USDT and above. And you can choose to withdraw this into your crypto wallet, your exchange wallet, or directly credit it to your Aurum Visa card. Now, the next question says, is there risk involved and how is that risk managed? Of course, there is risk. It is important that we note that every investment opportunity carries some level of risk, right? There's a popular saying that goes, no risk, no reward. So, but here, the real difference is not between whether there is risk or if there is zero risk, but rather between unmanaged risk and uncontrolled risk. Now, the latter, which is the controlled risk, is where the Aurum Foundation comes in, right? And so this is because Aurum operates with AI-driven algorithms and defined strategies that are designed to help manage these exposures. Do you understand? So ensuring that these decisions that are being made in terms of the trading are based on real data and structured systems rather than, emotions. And so if anyone tells you that there is zero risk in crypto, my brother, that's not true because a big fat lie. Or crypto and risk are like 5 and 6. Do you understand? But the goal for Aurum Foundation is not to eliminate the risk outrightly, but rather manage it efficiently. Now, the next question says, are profits fixed daily or how are returns generated? So we don't have fixed daily profits. Very important for us to note. And honestly, fixed daily returns in a volatile market like the crypto space is a red flag. You know why? Returns vary because the markets vary. Some days perform better than the others, right? However, with Aurum, you already have an idea what your monthly ROI is. I think Lawyer Tad shared that slide with us earlier in the course of the presentation. You have an idea what your monthly return on investment is, depending on the capital you have deposited with the bot to trade with, right? Usually ranging from 10 to 16% per month for the XAI bots, about 6 to 8% for the XAI Pro bots, and 10 to 15% for the Zeus bots. And so with Aurum Foundation, the focus for us is consistency over time, not just, daily fixed profit that becomes very unrealistic and, give guarantees that you're not able to meet. So it's more of consistency and sustainability. And so it's important for us to understand that this is participation in real active markets where you have price movements clearly influenced by the forces of demand and supply. Now, what happens during market crashes? During high volatility, the portfolios usually fluctuate. The AI will then adjust based on program strategies, right? And of course, we'll experience some short-term swings here and there. But we must know that volatility, like I said earlier, is part of crypto's DNA. And so the volatility of the market for me is in fact what drives our daily earnings, because it simply is about buying low and selling high. So when you have market crashes or high volatility, it doesn't take away the opportunities. But then again, can AI stop or control global market crashes? The answer is clearly no. No individual, no institution can control the global market. The system is, however, built to respond to, these downturns by adjusting strategies and navigating movements, instead of having to freeze during downturns like when we experience the bear market and high volatility. And so discipline and structure is what keeps the system steadily running during these times. The final question says, why join now? You should join now because the company is just starting. You're part of the early adopters. You should join now because you need multiple streams of income. You should join now because you have piles of bills waiting to be sorted, and the list goes on and on. We all know the situation in the economy. The election year is around the corner. No one knows what is obtainable, And so it's very important that we diversify and, have various sources of income coming in for us on a daily basis. And so joining now for me is more about timing and positioning, like those who did at the time of Binance and currently are reaping the reward. Now, what better time to join than now with a lot of updates, new products coming on board, the Aurum trading going live and all of that. AI and the digital economy is gradually taking over, and we all are in it and we can see these things happening. So guys, you don't need to start big, just do well to start, however little. And then you can grow your deposits as you progress. Next slide, please. Next slide, Nathan.
Okay.
Okay, so this slide basically has been spoken on. I just wanted to reemphasize that this basically shows us the amazing products that the Aurum Foundation ecosystem has. And so imagine using one ecosystem, one dashboard, one connected financial structure, instead of having to juggle, several different platforms to achieve what you want. And so Aurum Foundation is able to integrate the Aurum Exchange, the Aurum Neobank, the Aurum Visa card, the Aurum staking, the Aurum token, and of course, the Aurum XAI, the Aurum AI bot, because we have, a handful of other bots, not just the XAI bots. And this is like combining your trading, your banking, your spending, your automation, and investments all into one digital structure, making Aurum Foundation your one-stop shop. This, I always say, it reminds me of Stanbic IBTC, where you work in and you're able to achieve all of your financial services in one spot. You want to do your pension, you want to do your asset management, you want to do your insurance, you want to do your stockbroking, your banking activities, name it. It has everything in one place. And so the Aurum ecosystem also is similar to that. Make it your one-stop shop for everything AI finance, right? And so guys, what we have here is beautiful, and we want you all to be a part of this beautiful company. And so guys, we've said a lot. We've discussed structure, we've explored Aurum's leadership and have explained how the ecosystem works. And so I want for us to watch and listen carefully to this video, which is about to play now, explain in details the roadmap of this amazing company. These guys are talk and do. A lot of milestones here have already been achieved. Let's take a listen. Thank you for listening.
Remember that the roadmap started from February 2023.
February 2023. The world was still living by the old financial logic, but we pressed start. We wanted to create an ecosystem that would unite artificial intelligence and finance to make asset management simple, scalable, and secure. That's how Aurum was born. The starting point was EXAI Bot, the first AI-powered trading solution, an algorithm that laid the foundation for an entire era. From that moment, we began expanding at the speed of light. We've built and are implementing a vision that includes trading AI bots, exchanges, neobank, crypto cards, and real-world asset tokenization, official registration in Hong Kong, and the first features in global media. The creation of Aurum Neobank, the launch of Zeus AI Bot, and the flash loan license surpassing $1 million in profits. The opening of our headquarters in Dubai, where hundreds of industry leaders gathered. The world started to talk about us. We were featured by Binance, Benzinga, Crypto Reporter, and Blockchain Wire. Forbes called us the new infrastructure of global finance, but this is no time to pause. We're gaining momentum. We launched Aurum Academy, strengthen our team, and appoint Brian Benson, a professional with 27 years of experience, as our CEO. Global events in Vietnam, Dubai, and Antalya, thousands of cards sold, and the launch of the AI agent ecosystem. Today, we stand on the stage of Token 2049 Singapore, alongside the leaders of Binance, Tether, KuCoin, and Tron. And this moment once again proves Aurum is a global ecosystem of worldwide scale. But the most important part, this is only the beginning. The next decade will be one of expansion. In 2025 to 2026, we bring Aurum Neobank to the mass market. Hundreds of thousands of users, millions of transactions. The launch of Aurum Exchange, which reaches $5 billion in trading volume within its first year. AI bots manage over $100 million in assets. The first 5,000 cash-in and withdrawal terminals appear. Aurum establishes its presence in 10 countries and secures its position in the global market. In 2027 to 2028, we raise the bar. Neobank reaches 2 million users and 1.5 million cards. During this period, Aurum Dex, a next-generation decentralized exchange, launches. Personalized AI-based services emerge. Credit scoring and capital management. The first RWA deals worth $500 million are integrated. The terminal network expands to 20,000 points across 20 countries. By 2029, Neobank evolves into a super app. Flight bookings, taxis, car rentals, food delivery, while transactions exceed $20 billion. Aurum Dex cements its position within the ecosystem with $5 billion in trading volume, becoming a key element of Aurum's DeFi direction. AI agents operate for hundreds of thousands of businesses, and RWA grows to $5 billion. Aurum becomes an ecosystem that accompanies users every day. In 2030 to 2033, we reach global scale. Neobank's user base hits 12 million and over 10 million cards. Inside the super app, 15 to 20 integrated services and partnerships with 500 global brands. Aurum Exchange reaches $90 billion in trading volume and enters the top 10 global crypto exchanges. The terminal network expands to 100,000 plus locations across 50 plus countries. The annual Aurum Global Summit gathers 5,000 leaders. By 2033 to 2035, Aurum Neobank enters the top 5 global neobanks with a valuation of $10 billion plus. Aurum Exchange remains in the top 10, while Aurum Dex surpasses $20 billion in trading volume. AI manages over $5 billion in assets, and RWA exceeds $20 billion. We are present in 75 countries with 1,000 global partners and over 100,000 terminals. The Aurum Global Summit brings together 10,000 industry leaders. Aurum becomes the symbol of a new financial era, a system that made finance accessible to everyone, a story that has already transformed the industry, and a future that already belongs to us.
Wow, 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 wow. We just had a wonderful breakdown of all that this company has decided to do. And it's been awesome. For all of us who have been part of this, Aurum has continued to change our lives a day at a time. And today we're going to be listening to one of those people who his video has gone a long way to educate the entire public about the opportunity of Aurum Foundation. We have here before us Mr. Jacoboms. A little history that I know about this guy. I met him during this business just some few months ago, but I've been very excited because through his video, I've been able to educate myself, also educate my team members on how to do different stuff. Because if you go online, you just hear, ladies and gentlemen, this is Jacoboms here, and I want to show you today how to do a withdrawal. It's got videos of different types. In fact, one of his latest videos was how to use the Nero, how to connect the Nero to your account. So if you don't have that video, please make sure you get it so that he can show you. So, ladies and gentlemen, right before you is my good brother and friend, Mr. Sobrimabo Oboms Jacoboms himself. You're welcome, sir. How you doing, my brother?
Yeah, very fine. Leotaj, thank you very much for the presentation and for giving me the opportunity to speak on this Zoom meeting, on this platform.
Okay.
I see somebody writing that I knew him since Royaki. But on the since different things. Some through this, some through that. A lot of people, in fact, got to know how to use crypto through me, and of course through network marketing and through different businesses. You know, many of us have gone through different phases, different projects in the past over many years. especially when some of us, in 2016 was a year that many people got involved in crypto. They started making use of cryptocurrencies. And some people got to know how to use cryptocurrencies through MMM. Some people got to know through some Ponzi schemes that came out that time, or through the emergence of Binance in 2017. And I was among the first people that registered in Binance those times. And the journey has been a roller coaster. Good experiences, bad experiences. And we've been looking for something, unique, something legit, something that we can confidently tell people about, that they could get involved in, and then we are kind of confident that they will be excited, they'll be happy, and they'll be satisfied with the experiences. And thank God we have it in Aurum today, because we've gone through projects where we wanted something decentralized, something that we have custody of funds, or we have easy access, or we can trust the people. And then we've gotten involved in things that depreciated in value. We have to wait and all that. And thank God we are here today. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to permit me to share my screen so that I can break down what I have in points. I think I numbered it from number 1 to number 10 or thereabout, just especially for this testimony. All right, so let me share my screen so that you people will have a breakdown of experience, a breakdown of testimony. Sorry, can you hear me? If you're hearing me, put a fire emoji in the chat.
Loud and clear. We can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, yeah, yes. If you love Aurum and you are enjoying the experience, put a fire emoji in the comment section, in the chat section. I want to see fire emoji there. Fire emoji, yeah. If you are with us. All right, so let me share my screen. Okay, screen. Once you can see the screen, you just let me know. Okay.
Yes, we can see your screen now.
All right. So can you see testimony? Can you see the screen?
Yes, we can see the
All right.
screen.
Very good. Very good. All right. So you can see testimony. I love that word. I love that group of words. So testimony by Jacobum. So I am your humble testimony giver, Jacobum. So, all right. So I'm going to make it as short as possible because the presentation was a bit long and interesting. All right. So my current rank in Aurum is Oracle, and of course, soon to be in Prime. I started this business on the 9th of August, 2025 last year, and the experience so far has been awesome. So far, what has stood out for me is, the transparency of the project. Transparency, the people are real. And of course, Brian Benson is someone that if you do your research about him, you realize that he's somebody that is credible, somebody that you can have confidence in. And of course, our marketing manager, Amadzan, is somebody that really is passionate about the business and really knows that it has a bright future ahead of it.
The devil is a liar. The devil is a liar. He's been struggling with his internet for some time. We're gonna wait to see what he has to offer, because I tell you, what he's about to show us, you and I are gonna learn a thing or two from it. Jack Obum's testimony. Mr. Obishi, why are you laughing? So for everyone who is a prospect, please feel free to use the chat box. Write out your question if you have something to ask. If you want something to say, raise your hand and we can give you the mic so that you can let us know. Anything you want to ask, please feel free to ask on here. Tomorrow is going to be our members only call for 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock for members only. Today, we are done 2 sessions of prospect meeting. And yes, of course, it has been awesome. So I'm going to make him a co-host again.
Hello, sorry.
Okay,
I
you're back
I
now.
lost. Yeah, I have to change my network. So sorry.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so let me just share it again. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. So I'm not here to hype the business. I just want to share my personal experience and testimony about Aurum Foundation. So how much did I start with in Aurum? I started off on the 9th of August, 2025 with just $100.
You're not sharing your
And
screen, no? You're not sharing your screen anymore.
Okay, I'm not. Okay, is it not sharing?
No, please share your screen.
Okay, I thought. Okay, sorry.
I hope we've not lost him again. The beautiful thing about this opportunity is that as soon as you get started, the more you learn more about it, it opens your mind. So Jacobom's going to show us how he got started with the business, how far he has gone with it, and how much it has changed his life over time. So
Okay,
we can
sorry,
see that
can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen now.
All right. So I started off with $120. $20 was used to activate the ecosystem, and $100 was used to activate the minimum package. You can start with any amount. And I did top-ups along the line, and of course, my income increased. Also, as I built my team, I grew. I built team by promoting online, also by telling people who I come across about the business. So if you want to build a team, you must speak to someone. Either you speak to someone that you see, your colleague, the people you come across, and it's easy when people get to, get familiar with you for them to accept something. So you have to build relationships. You have to build familiarity. You have to build with people you've worked with before. It's easier to get them on board, and you have to also try to make new friends. Try to connect with people. Even if you say, I know how to talk to people, I've never marketed before. The first step to making the change is to make the step, right? You have to try and go out of the comfort zone and do the talking. That's for team builders. Now, if you want to also earn well from your investment amount, you can also invest, top up. As you earn your salary, you want to put in something. Like I said, in any investment, you just invest what you are comfortable with. In other words, some people can use the word what you can afford to lose. So what you're comfortable with, not like you're coming here to lose money. Or as with any investment, even with your personal business, there is a tendency that business may fail or you may lose money from the business. But we don't work with a negative mindset. We work with a positive mindset that the business will grow. So you're going to invest what you're comfortable with the hope that the business grows, and then you can step up, you can keep developing and building from there. All right. So when I keyed it into Aurum and how fast I started off. Now, of course, I started right August 9th, 2026. What made me to move quickly was the reason the onboarding process was very simple, and there was a clarity of the plan. Now, the plan was the clarity of the compensation plan, the clarity of the investment plan, the clarity of the future plan of the business. Everything was really clear. Now, if you look at a business you step into and you see that the business has a very clear roadmap. I use the word roadmap. It has a clear milestone that we're going to cross. When I joined Aurum, there was no the Aurum card was just few months launched. There was no Aurum exchange. the Zoosbot was still launched last year, early last year. We didn't have a chief operating officer. We were not having Quantum Alpha, Nero, and one of the agents, Quantum Alpha. So you see that we were not, there are certain things that are developing and coming up, and more things will come up. So you see that it's a clear plan and it's a clear growth. Also, I also joined with somebody referral that I actually trust. I know the person. I've worked with the person that's worked with me in previous projects. So within the very first, the day I was even introduced, I got set up, and I started on the night. I think I was told about the business on August 8th, or was it 9th? And I started almost like the same day or the next day. I didn't waste time because I did all my research so fast. She sent everything I needed that I wanted. I was like, oh, this thing looks unique and I need to key into it. And then I activated my package sharply without even guiding her. She was like, oh man, guy, you're very smart, you're fast. And then we got started. I only asked her a few questions. I went researching. I needed PDF, I needed this. And that is the sign that you are going to succeed in a business. The success comes from the interest. The success comes from inner motivation. Success comes from the willingness to do it. And you know, if I join a business and I just put money for putting money's sake, I will just do it and I may not really make a lot from it. And then, you understand? But when the fire is within you, you will create videos, you will tell people, you will help people, you will connect with people, you will excitedly do Zoom meetings like the way Lawyer Taj and Nnamdi are consistently doing Zoom meetings. These fire burns from within. You understand? Some people may reject the project at first, but when they see that, wow, there is a light in this, they come on board, and then the fire burns, and you see them, you know, breaking barriers and doing so great in the business. So this is how it is, and this is how it is with some of us. So within the very first time I was introduced, I actually started off so well. Now, the development of the ecosystem since I joined Aurum. All right, let me be sure. I hope my screen is showing and everybody's following.
Yes,
I just want
we
to
can see
sure.
your screen, and we're following.
Okay. All right. Okay, so since I joined, I've seen so many good updates in Aurum, improved new products. The community has been expanding. In what ways? New products, of course. People, growth. People have been coming in. New, you know, more officers, more people, leaders, more people have been like the chief operating officer. We've seen venture capital investors. We've seen so many things. We've seen chief of African relations. You know, so many development in that aspect. So as a team, we have also experienced more payout options. We've seen better app stability. We've seen greater network. I've had more friends. In fact, people that are not in my team, we have connected. We've communicated personally on very good levels. We've talked about how we can develop Aurum even in our individual states. So it feels like the system is evolving and it's not stagnant in any way. So that matters. If you are thinking about long term, then all these things matters. There should be growth. There should be, and it should be evolving. There should be development. It should not be stagnant. It should not be like we're not just dwelling on old stuff, because the world is moving. You understand? So the world is moving in the AI direction, in the crypto direction. And if you don't know all these things, you will just be left in the cassette and CD and DVD directions. So we want to be growing where the world is going, because it is those people who are either going ahead of time or who are going with pace that are going to be, you know, that are going to be successful. That's the truth. You can see the Tesla. You can see all these things, what they're doing. You can see the AI where it's going. You can see the crypto where it's going. The crypto was perceived to be a scam in those times. In fact, some people still perceive crypto as a bubble, as a scam. They do not know now. Some people are now multi-millionaires, billionaires from holding crypto. So we are actually moving in the right direction. You understand? So so payments and withdrawals so far. Now let's talk money, because that's why most people are here. You are here because you want to talk money. No, I was when I was doing information marketing, which means selling information. Uh, um, um, there are different what they call niche. The niche, right? That's the area. Now, this niche market is the finance market. Is the make money market. You want to make money. That's why you are here, whether you like it or not. I know that. We can see your heart. You can see my heart. We want to make money. Now, if you want to improve your health, of course, you will go into the niche of health, right? You want to, to heal a problem, a fertility problem, that problem, that is the health. And if you want to find love, you go into the relationship and marriage niche, right? So this is the finance niche, and automatically, if you are going to get people involved in this, you need to target the people who need money, and almost everybody needs money. So this is a very wonderful niche, a very open, robust market for you to grow. So because that's why most of you are here. You want to make money. I've made so many withdrawals since I joined Aurum. And if anybody has made a withdrawal and has not been paid since last year, you can raise up your hand. We have been paid within 24 hours. We've been paid within 10 minutes. We've been paid within 72 hours, 36 hours, 48 hours. There is just a time. Just give them that time and you'll be paid. Even if for any reason they exceed the time, they must still pay you. Either maybe there was something, maybe a glitch or something, but I have not experienced that since I joined. So I can only speak for myself. And if you've had any experience like that, they must have solved that issue. So I know some people right now listening, or maybe I'm convincing you. Some people could be skeptical. So I always say you can verify these things for yourself. Ask people, are you getting paid? You will see useless YouTube video or something anywhere saying that the people who made withdrawals, they never got paid. Of course, we are not witches and wizards that will try to convince you to put your money into something that does not pay you and be showing our faces. It doesn't make any sense. We are not spirits. We are real. You understand? So we are going to tell you to put into something because not only because we want to have some benefits from it's because we love the network. We love relationship. We want people to make money. There are things that some of us have told people to go and even put their money in that never had referral reward or anything, just because we wanted them to make money, and things didn't work out well. We have seen things even in Port Harcourt, Lagos, like investment companies that came out that were not even rewarding people, and we were telling them if you want to make invest, you can just try out these people. So these are, you have seen where you tell people, this bread is good, though. If you eat this bread, man, you go like them, but you are not getting a referral for it, but you just want the person to enjoy himself. So some information are just meant to improve and better the lives of others. You understand? So that's why we're telling you. Many of you here are not even my prospects, but for me to take our time to talk here, to let you know that the leaders right here have a good heart of sharing information and helping people. So you can verify all these things for yourself and all that. So the development of the ecosystem since I joined Aurum, I think I said this. Let me not go back. Okay. So earning potentials in Aurum. So what are the earning potential? Aurum isn't a get-rich-quick Ponzi scheme. It isn't. So the earning model is based on, of course, the product you use. You could use the so the XAI Pro doesn't give us much profit as the XAI bots, but there's also an advantage to the XAI Pro, which means access to your capital without penalty. But of course, there's an advantage of the XAI bots, which is that it earns more profits for you, right? Another sustainable model, your capital is held for a period of 1 year. You can have access to that capital on the 1st, 10th, or 20th of every month, but with a penalty for early withdrawal before 1 year period. So all these things are just a model. Now, these are just two products. Now, you cannot invest in the XAI Pro without investing in the XAI bots. You can see. Now you need, so if you put in $1,000 in the XAI bots, you cannot put in more than $1,000 in the XAI Pro. So it is the XAI Pro is indirectly or directly tied to the XAI bot. Now we have the Zeus bot. Now if you want to build your assets, BTC and all that, instead of just keeping all your assets in your exchange your personal decentralized wallet, you can have it to be multiplying. So maybe your 20 Solana can become 22 Solana in the next few days or a month, or can become 25 Solana in the next few days. So you want to build, because the market, these assets will definitely grow with time, just like your stock market. So the market conditions also can determine how we make more money within a month. Of course, there are some months we can make lesser profit. There are some months we make more profit. Now, there are people who also build team. They are not just comfortable just investing. They like to network. They like to meet people. They like to socialize. They want to have people to connect with. They want to have people with them. They want to make more money. So they tell people about the business. It's not too bad to tell people. At least don't keep something good to yourself. Inform somebody now. Make person chop money with you. So you want people to get involved, to understand that there is money somewhere. There is an oil money somewhere. Let me say Aurum money somewhere. So they can get involved in this. Now, your investor capital also can determine your earning potential. If you have big investment like me, I have an account of $50,000, another account of $60,000. I have, so my earning potential as an ultimate investor may not be the same as a basic investor. So some people will put in the basic level and may say, this thing is too slow. And this thing they drag Lego. They make 0.46 dollars per day, like 46 cents. How will I be making? I said, man, patience, be positive. If you cannot top up with time, you can market. If you cannot market, allow it, you can compound and patiently wait. The Aurum is not running nowhere. So these are the things. You have to have a positive mindset if you want to grow. Now your invested capital. Now the product you are using at the time you are using, of course, you could be using, the Zeus board at this particular month, or the ROWA reward asset gold, or you could also be using the Nero. The Nero currently makes good profit, 30% in a month, and in this particular phase, we're not even getting charged. So it's something that you can key in and enjoy. So what I like is that there are multiple streams of income in Aurum Foundation. Realistically, what you earn depends on your invested amount, your effort, consider network, and the product you are using at the time. Maybe a particular month, this product is doing so well. So I've seen people make enormous amounts of money monthly due to their desire to also expand their network to market. So this is optional in Aurum, but I actually recommend it for those people who have been scared to tell people about other things because of their past experiences. You can confidently do that here. Don't be scared. Aurum is here for you, and it's for the long term. Now, the motivation to join Aurum, what I saw. Now, I joined because I saw three things. I saw a product or system I could actually understand. Now, this is a clear understanding. Like, I saw something that is real. Not because there's a video I've attended the Zoom, I've watched the Zoom that Amazon showed us an account of the money that was there, that was invested in a particular account, $1 million that grew to $6 million, and only one withdrawal was made.
I hope we haven't lost him again. Or am I the one lost here? Mr. Jacob Bones, we can't hear you.